Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. I hope you're all doing well. In today's video we're going to be taking a look at the newest Brawlhalla patch 8.09 which came out earlier this week. We're going to be taking a TLDR look and I'm going to show you what you need to know, what you might want to know, and lastly the bits which you don't really need to know from this patch. Okay guys, so the first thing that you're going to want to know in the newest balance patch is that Cannon Nair, or more specifically the grounded version of the move, has increased recover time on miss. And what that really means is you can't rotate into other attacks as quickly after missing a grounded Cannon Nair, which is not that big of a nerf to the move, let alone the weapon, because the most benefit you're getting out of this move is if you're getting a KO off the top, or maybe getting a D-light into Nair. So it really doesn't matter that much. The only time that you'd be really using this is someone's chasing you down. It makes a safer landing by putting that threat above you, or maybe you're playing around platforms and you sort of drop through the platform and do a Nair similar to how you play with Axe. That can be the real benefit of the move, and it's just slightly more punishable now. Okay, so there's also been a fairly important nerf to Greatsword's Sidelight, and again this is on miss. So what Greatsword players will do a lot of the time is they'll try and fish with this Sidelight as an opener, and then maybe get a read or a sort of a bridge or something else off of that. You see that sort of gameplay style coming out from the best Greatsword players like Use. So definitely a really good option if you are a Greatsword player, but this is nerfed if you miss. And a lot of the time that this is thrown out, it is missed, so it's quite an important nerf that you should be aware of, and that's the recover times on the miss for both dodging and moving away, and also the recover times from cancelling into a bridge have both been increased. So it makes that move being thrown out as a fish for sort of a starter of a string or a read actually more punishable. So you can sort of go in against a Greatsword player a little bit more in this patch. And so the next change which you're going to want to know about is Katar's down air. The grounded version of this move has received an increase in recover time on miss, so sort of rotating into other attacks to cover yourself like an N-Light now takes a little bit longer, so it's more punishable. And this is really because we're seeing at the moment it's becoming quite popular approach tool to down air with Katars, so this just makes it less of a viable option. And something else that you should probably be aware of is the fact that Axe ground pound has been nerfed. So you see here the hitbox is only directly below where the hand is and then towards the front. And this is on the grounded version of the ground pound. There's no longer a hitbox behind, okay? But realistically, you shouldn't be using ground pound like this anyway. I would advise its use really only as part of a string to get that top part of the hitbox anyway. So something like that. Okay, so the last thing that you need to know is that VV has been nerfed, and the nerf is to both end sigs and the side sig on the boots. So on the blasters, the end sig force has been reduced, and that's just on the wall version, where it smacks down like that. And then on the boots, it's the charge time has been increased for the end sig and side sig, so those don't come out as quickly as they used to. And as well, now that means that VV is tournament legal. Okay, so now we're on to things that you don't really need to know but you might want to know. So blasters has actually received a buff in the form of D-Light now having 1 more total damage, and the damage is also concentrated at the end of the attack. As well, on Nyx's blasters, the side sig now comes out quicker, and Ulgrim's Axe D-Sig comes out slower. Okay, so on to Bodvar. Wait, what? So it's changed the box colour but his hands are still green. Okay, weird. Anyway, on with the patch. Bodvar has received an increase to the stun on all of his hammer signatures, like a huge increase, like double the stun. And I mean, well, that's it. do with that information what you will. It'll be easier to make team combos with, but that's it. And like Birdvar, Scarlet's Hammer Sigs have also received a huge buff in their stun. Okay, so quick fire now, just a few things that you don't really need to know that aren't that important in this patch. So starting off with Greatsword Neutral Air, just a little bit of change on the acceleration on this one. All it impacts is the movement speed in air. It really won't change anything with the gameplay whatsoever. Battle Boots Ground Pound, slightly increased charge time on that one. Again, it won't change how you play or play against the weapon. Tezuka Side Sig is an interesting one because it only really impacts 2v2. So the part of the Sig that spins person round is only on hit. So the reduced hitbox there only really makes it easier for you to be saved by your teammate. No application in 1v1 at all. Lance Sidelight has received a slight buff in the recover time on miss from that move, but again, that really won't change that much. Scythe Delight as well, similar thing, but that move is really only used kind of as a punish anyway. I wouldn't be throwing that out in neutral, so again, it shouldn't change too much. And as well, there's been a core buff, so his neutral Sig comes out a little bit quicker. I don't know what it was before, but I've labbed this, and it is in the current patch 2 frames off of Delight, so it's not a true combo. But it's fairly quick though, so maybe something to keep in mind. And so that wraps up the newest patch review. I hope you enjoyed this video, I hope you found it useful, and if you did, please feel free to leave a like and subscribe for more content. I'll see you all in the next video.